Attention passionate Philadelphia, EAGLES. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Philadelphia Eagles' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Philadelphia Eagles fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with YOUR, FRINDS and Philadelphia, EAGLES. Let's get to the news now, folks. If you've been paying attention to the NFL news cycle lately, you've probably seen that the Philadelphia Eagles are sitting pretty at 4-0, undefeated, the only team in the league with such a perfect record at this point in the season. It's impressive, no doubt about it. But as always, behind the scenes, there are whispers, there are rumors, and sometimes, even the most successful teams need to tweak their roster to keep contending at the highest level. And right now, one name is at the center of a lot of conversations. A.J. Brown. Yes, the same A.J. Brown who's been such a key part of the Eagles' offense since arriving in Philadelphia. But things aren't quite so smooth for him right now, and that's leading to some serious speculation about his future with the team. You see, despite the Eagles' strong start, A.J. Brown's production has taken a noticeable dip compared to last year. Through 4 games in 2025, he's only managed to haul in 14 catches for 151 yards and a single touchdown. Now, compare that to his numbers from last season, after just 4 games, when he already had 21 catches for 408 yards and 3 touchdowns. That's a significant difference, and it's clear that Brown isn't happy with how things are going. His frustrations spilled over in a very public way after the Week 4 victory over the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Brown posted a social media quote that read, "If you're not welcomed, not listened to, quietly withdraw. Don't make a scene, shrug your shoulders and be on your way." Now, he later said that the tweet wasn't aimed at anyone specifically, but let's be honest, anyone paying attention could read between the lines. And what's behind this frustration? Well, it's pretty straightforward. The Eagles, under head coach Nick Sirianni, have adopted a run-heavy approach. They're committed to establishing the run, controlling the clock, and playing a physical brand of football. That's worked well for them, especially with a defense that's been lights out. But for a receiver like Brown, who's shown that he can be a true game-changer when targeted, this approach can feel limiting. Brown has made it clear that he wants the ball more, wants to be more involved in the offense. And frankly, at this point, he's not getting what he wants. To put it into perspective, Brown's current stats are quite a drop from last year's performance. And this isn't just about numbers, it's about his role in the team, his feeling of being a key part of the offense. The Eagles are 4-0, yes, but they're also facing the reality that if they don't address these locker room issues, they risk a bigger distraction down the line. Brown's contract, signed in April 2024, is a lucrative 3-year deal worth $96 million, which keeps him under contract through 2029. Given that, it's not just about his current dissatisfaction, but also about the long-term value he provides. His contract is structured in such a way that releasing him now would cost the Eagles around $6 million in dead cap space, which is a hefty penalty. But at the same time, trading him could be a strategic move to prevent things from spiraling further out of control. Now, this is where the rumors get interesting. The speculation centers around the New England Patriots as a potential landing spot for Brown. And folks, it's important to emphasize that this is purely hypothetical for now, but it's a scenario that makes sense on multiple levels. The Patriots, who are currently sitting at 2-2, are in need of a top wide receiver to help their young quarterback, Drake May, develop and succeed in the NFL. Brown, at just 28 years old, is a proven star, an elite receiver who has made multiple Pro Bowls and has the kind of physical tools and route-running ability that can turn a struggling offense around. The trade package being discussed involves the Patriots sending their 2026 first-round pick, a 2026 fifth-round pick, and wide receiver Demario Douglas to Philadelphia in exchange for Brown. Now, I know what you're thinking. Giving up a first-round pick and a young receiver like Douglas sounds expensive, right? But let's break it down. For the Eagles, this move could be a way to get ahead of a potential locker room distraction. They're 4-0, they're built to win now, and they can't afford to have a disgruntled star on their roster. Trading Brown now, while his value is still high, could be a smart move to get high draft capital and a promising young receiver in Douglas, who could develop into a reliable target for Jalen Hurts in the future. Why would the Patriots do it? Well, for starters, they need a reliable weapon for Drake May. Someone who can stretch the field, make contested catches, and be a consistent target. Brown fits that bill perfectly. Plus, the familiarity between Brown and Patriots head coach Mike Vrabel, from their days together in Tennessee, adds a layer of trust and understanding that could facilitate this kind of trade. And let's be honest, giving up a first-round pick and a fifth-rounder isn't cheap. But when you're trying to accelerate the development of your young quarterback, bringing in a proven star like Brown could be just what the doctor ordered. Brown's contract, which he signed in April 2024, is a 3-year extension worth $96 million. That's an average annual salary of around $32 million, putting him among the league's highest-paid receivers. But it's a reasonable deal considering his production and impact. He's under contract through 2029, which means the Patriots would be getting a player who's not only talented, but also locked in for the foreseeable future. That kind of stability is invaluable when trying to build an offense around a young quarterback like May. Now, the timing of this kind of move is interesting. Jeremy Fowler from ESPN mentioned that a midseason trade isn't expected, at least not immediately. NFL executives believe the Eagles might listen to offers during the 2026 offseason, not before the trade deadline in early November. That's because Philadelphia, sitting undefeated, has no real urgency to make a move right now. But if Brown's unhappiness persists, and if the situation continues to simmer, the Eagles might have no choice but to explore options. It's a delicate balance. On one hand, they're winning, and on the other, they need to keep their star receiver happy and engaged. For the Patriots, adding Brown at this point in the season could be a game changer. They could turn their season around with a weapon like him, especially in a division where they need to catch up to the Bills and Dolphins. It's not just about talent, it's about the chemistry between Brown and May. Having a veteran receiver who understands how to get open, make contested catches, and be a leader on the field is exactly what New England needs to elevate their offense. And for the Eagles, this trade, whether it happens now or during the offseason, represents a strategic decision. They're in a unique position. They're undefeated, they have a roster that's built to contend for a Super Bowl, but they're also facing the reality that keeping every star happy isn't always feasible. Trading Brown now could yield significant draft capital and a promising young receiver, which could help them rebuild or add to their core for the future. It's a tough call, no doubt, but in the NFL, you have to be strategic and sometimes make tough decisions for the long-term good of the team. This whole situation underscores the importance of understanding player dynamics and team strategy in today's NFL. It's not just about talent on paper. It's about locker room chemistry, coach-player relationships, and the ability to adapt quickly. The Eagles have shown they're willing to be flexible when needed, and this potential trade scenario highlights their focus on maintaining their Super Bowl window without letting internal issues derail their season. Meanwhile, the Patriots, always looking to rebuild and improve, might see this as an opportunity to leapfrog their division rivals by acquiring a proven star who can help them compete at a higher level. So, as we approach the trade deadline on November 4, all eyes will be on this developing story. Will the Eagles decide to move Brown for future assets and draft picks? Will the Patriots pull the trigger and bring in a game-changing receiver to boost Drake May's development? Or will this all remain just speculation until the offseason? Either way, it's a story that's shaping the landscape of the NFL and could significantly alter the NFC East, the AFC East, and the entire league picture. Remember, folks, in the NFL, nothing is set in stone, and surprises happen every season. The Eagles are in a great spot right now, but keeping their roster content and motivated is crucial. Brown's situation is a reminder that even in victory, internal issues can surface, and sometimes the best move is to act decisively before things get worse. The trade market is always alive, and with the Patriots needing a star receiver and the Eagles needing to manage their roster's chemistry, it's a perfect storm for a blockbuster deal. And now, Philadelphia Eagles fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Do you think the Eagles should trade A.J. Brown? Would it be the right move for their Super Bowl aspirations? Or do you believe they should hold on to him and try to fix the situation from within? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Philadelphia Eagles. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Philadelphia Eagles news. We're in this together, and I can't wait to see how this story unfolds as the season progresses. Thanks for being with us, and let's keep supporting our team no matter what happens. Go Eagles!